Hi students, welcome to Governance. We are in Unit 1 and I'm just going to give a brief overview on ownership. Ownership is a theory or belief that lies behind policy governance in the organization, and it exists to fulfill the owner's purposes, and that boards exist to represent those owners. Therefore, policy governance theory asserts that the power that propels any board forward should be its interpretation of the best interests of the owners of its organization. Given that board power is owner's power, it follows that clarity about who an organization owners are is fundamental. For corporations and their shareholders, as well as for membership associations and their members, the meaning of ownership seems obvious. For many nonprofit and public organizations, it is often not as clear and therefore needs to be defined by the board. Policy governance theory positions ownership as both a legal and moral issue. Legally, your organization's owners are the people who, according to your bylaws, have the right to vote at general or special meetings of shareholders or members. However, your board can also choose to define a much wide moral ownership that includes everyone to whom it feels it should be accountable, which might include many others from whom your board sees as actually or potentially invested in your organization's long-term future in some shape or form. A board can only begin to truly govern if it can identify its owners, the people on whose behalf it is governing, and they must not confuse owners with other stakeholders such as customers and employees. A board that sees itself as governing on behalf of its own owners will collectively shoulder responsibility for the proper care of its organization in the interests of all current and future beneficiaries. A board whose members see themselves as individual representatives of particular interests will not. There are significant characteristics of an ownership, and owners are the source of the board's authority. They're the people to whom the board is accountable. They are touchstone for and ultimate legitimizers of board decisions and actions. They force for unifying the board in common cause. They most likely source of future board leadership. They're essential for stability and sustainability. They're protection against self-interest, and they're concerned about the care of the overall organization. This is just a brief overview on ownership. So for this week, make sure you complete your lecture review. You review your discussion board posting due dates and when you should be responding to two other classmates' postings. And then look at your weekly units so that you can identify what assignments that are due this week. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great week.